Welcome back to the Huddle YouTube channel. I'm your host, Owen, and today we're going to be going over my day one draft grades. However, instead of making one long extended video where you're going to have to sit there and sift through each team and try to find where your team is talked about so you can watch about 5 minutes of a 40-minute video, I'm going to make individual videos for each team that picked in the first round. Now, if you were a team that had multiple picks, I'm going to talk about you guys in one video together with all your picks in there. If you just have one pick, it's going to be a shorter one. I'm just going to give my thoughts on your guys' pick and what you should be doing going forward with the draft. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. We're going to talk about the Chicago Bears' 10th overall pick, Darnell Wright, out of Tennessee, the offensive tackle. And this is probably one of the biggest reaches of the night. You went from number 1 overall pick to number 10. Got some draft capital, thinking, okay, we need to get younger and cheaper on our team overall. Makes sense. And we had no need for a quarterback. Let's get this bounty while we can. Fall back to 10, get the best player available, or maybe even move back up inside the top 10 to get a better player. They did neither of those things. They grabbed a right tackle who is a good power blocker and held up good against Will Anderson for one game. And then the rest of his games are kind of mid to above average. When it comes to looking at stuff technically and movement skills, I don't think he's a great mover. His technique is good. I wouldn't say it's like the best of the class, but it's good, and he has some good power behind his run stopping. But as a pass defender or as a pass blocker, I'm not super sold on him. And I think he's strictly a right tackle when it comes to the NFL. Maybe you kick him inside the guard because of his lack of athleticism, or high enough athleticism anyway. But I think he's specifically a right tackle. And, they do have a need there. They are trying to figure out who their best 5 offensive linemen are, and you have this guy coming in. Okay, this is our right tackle. We have no question of right tackle. Now all we got to do is figure out the other 4. I think that'll be fine. It's just I would have rather had Skoronski, who went the pick after. Even Broderick Jones, I have Wright, I think, graded slightly above Broderick Jones because I think he's more of a complete guy. You know what you're getting, whereas Broderick Jones is like the elite traits below technique kind of tackle. So maybe going right is more like, okay, we need to protect our quarterback now. But at the same time, depending on who they're facing, he might be a liability when it comes to facing these more bendy speed rushers. He got faces Darius Smith, who's going to be kind of that speed rush kind of guy who can also turn speed to power. You got Rashawn Gary in the Packers. There's going to be some guys that you're going to have to face that might give Wright some trouble, and I don't think he was worth the 10th overall pick, so I'm going to have to get this one just because they filled a need. It's not the best pick, but they filled a need with offensive tackle, specifically right tackle, and they picked the best right tackle. That's not even true. DeJuan Jones is a better right tackle. They picked one of the better right tackle prospects in the draft class, but I just talked myself into making this a D+, just specifically for positional value, not because of the player who they picked, because I feel like there were better right tackle, or individually right tackle prospects, and overall better offensive line prospects still on the board. So, yeah, D+ for this pick, but still a good trade value package they got from coming from 1 to 10. So, they'll probably live with that. Get a right tackle starter and all those picks. So, I guess that's fine.